Okay, so for this video, this is a second review video, we're going to be talking about graphing from a linear equation. So, again, not too hard. There's two parts to any linear equation, right? There is the slope and the y-intercept. We need both of these in order to graph from an equation. So we need to be able to identify what's what. The number adding or subtracting is the point where your lines cross on the y-axis, and the slope is the rate which is going up or and over. And again, the slope is rise over run. Okay, so that's what's happening vertically on top over what's happening horizontally. So let's look at how that works. So I have a linear equation here. First thing I do is identify my y-intercept. My y-intercept is the number that's adding or subtracting. This would be this -1, right? So since it's -1, that tells me that I'm going to start at -1 on the y-axis. So this this y-intercept basically gives me a point on the line that I can start at, because it's the only point I know just from looking at that equation. Then I look at my slope, and it is -3, or -6 over 5. Okay, so that is the rate in which your line is going down and over. Again, this top number is what is happening up and down. Bottom number is what's happening left to right. Now you notice this negative is in front. I can apply that negative to either number, as long as I only apply it to one, but only one of those numbers would go in negative direction. The other one would go positive direction. Because again, like Slope had said, we want our line to go down from left to right. So if you think about a grid, if it's going down while you're going right, that's one negative direction, one positive direction, right? If I go left and up, that produces a negative line as well. So again, you go one negative direction, one positive direction with these negative slopes. So it says -6 over 5. So usually our first instinct is to go exactly how you read it. Go down 6 and over 5. Now, if I start at -1 and I go down 6, it actually takes me off the graph. So that direction isn't going to work. I need at least one other point in order to graph it. Normally I want at least 3, but we need at least one point in order to graph a line. So we're going to instead go up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's a positive direction, which means I have to go the negative run direction. I have to go to the left. So left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when I connect those points, does that produce a negative slope, negative line? It sure does, right? That is a negative line, so that fits my equation. Okay, and that's it. You're done. You graphed your line. You just had to plot that one point, basically. Okay, let's try another one. This one, my y-intercept is 4. So I start at 4. And my slope is 1 over 3. So that is two positive directions, right? Or I could go two negative directions. So positive, positive. I get a line going up as I go to the right. If I go negative, negative, that also produces a line going up as I go to the right. So positive slopes either go to positive directions or to negative directions. So I could go up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, or I could go down 1 left 3, and it's part of the same line, right? When I connect those dots, it should be a straight line. Just like that. Not too bad, right? And that would be my line that represents that equation. Okay, let's look at another one. Y equals -x. The bane. Everybody loves this one, right? This is probably the one that most students get confused on. But again, we're going to look at it just like any linear equation. So we want to find a slope and a y-intercept. So it has a y and an x, so it's not one of our special cases. So my y-intercept is easy, right? There's nothing adding there, so it's just 0. So I'd start at 0. The slope, there's no number there, right? But an x always has a number. If there's an x, a y equals x anyway, there is always a number in front of that x. If there's no number there, there is an invisible 1. And since it's negative, it's an invisible -1. So my slope is -1 over 1. So that means I could go down into the right one, right? That's a negative and positive direction. Or I could go up into the left one, like that. And my line would look just like that. That's the line that splits your grid exactly in half diagonally. You could have the negative x or the positive x would be going the other direction, going up as you go to the right. Okay, x equals 3. We talked about this in the previous one. This is one of our special cases, right? X equals only intercepts the x-axis. As that, it means it is a vertical line, right? If x is always equal to 3, and my lights just went out. Hold on. Turn on lights. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. If x is always equal to 3, look at all these points that have the x value of 3. And look at what they all form when you put them all together. It is a vertical line. If x is always equal to 3, you get a vertical line. Okay, at 3 on the x-axis. Let's look at another one. So this one, I have a y-intercept of 5 and a slope of 2. So I could go up 2 into the right one, but that's off the graph. So since this is a positive slope, I can go up 2 and right one, that's 2 positive directions, or I can go 2 negative directions, which would be down 2 and left 1. But look, it still forms a positive line when I do that. Down 2, left 1, hey look, still a positive line. Down 2, left 1, still a positive line. Down 2, left 1, still positive. Down 2, left 1. See? Positive line, even if I'm going 2 negative directions. And again, the reason that works is a negative divided by negative is in fact positive, right? It's like math is built to like make sense across all its different things, even graphing. Okay, last one. Y-intercept is 3, so you start at 3. Slope is -1 over 3, so again, 1 negative, 1 positive direction. So I could go down into the right 3, or I could go up into the left 3. And this would be my graph. Okay, it would look like that. Okay, if you have any questions, ask your teachers. We're here to help. We want to help, and I hope you guys are ready and raring to go for this test. It's going to be great. I'll see you guys out there.